Welcome back. We are short one member today, but that's okay because we've got plenty of things to go through. Since it's been a little while for all of us getting back into Jotunheim, I'll give a little recap for you. After traveling for many, many days across barren, icy tundra, you started to talk to the members of certain particular locations that would light beacons in your attempts to coordinate a full-scale ritual to close the impending gap, this huge tear in the Gaw, located far west and north in Svartalheim. Along the way, you've met some curious characters, new party members, formed some alliances, and gotten yourselves into and out of some sticky situations. Most recently at the village of Theod, where everybody had a rousing good time. You acquired some moth cats and a very large and very loud goat named Wayne. And as you departed, you made your way north towards Chel, the village that houses and raises these goats. Along the way, you stopped and took a little peek around inside some old ruins where you found not just the remnants of a bear's den, but also a very creepy undead monster thingy and some treasure that Berric broke part of.
Oh, that's right.
You have to take the good with the bad.
Yeah. While you were all in this subterranean series of chambers, Icafan decided that he was going to hang back and tend to the moth cats and Wayne, because Wayne's a bit large to fit down into there with the rest of you, and didn't want to chance it. So while all of you were divvying up your new loot, we're gonna jump into a meanwhile with Icafan.
Meanwhile,
Back at the ranch. Meanwhile.
Icafan.
Yes.
During your time up in these ruins above the chambers that the rest of your traveling companions are in, the moth cats are kind of flitting about, playing in the snow and rolling around, having a good old romp. Wayne is just kind of standing there, being a goat, occasionally having a few bits of conversation with you about the village of Chel itself.
Yeah. Well, tell me more about Chel.
Yeah, so
Sounds like a lovely place.
it's not so bad. They got a lot of nice things there. Got a great house, some good friends. Sometimes the air shielders and snow shielders, they get a little testy with each other, but no one really pays them too much mind. They keep to themselves.
A great place to be a goat.
It'd be better if there was maybe some more food. But that's just me speaking. I don't want to speak for anybody else. That'd be rude.
The beehive starts to grumble a little bit. Yeah, I said, I get it. They don't prefer when I speak for them either, although I guess in some ways I have to.
Well, it's one thing to speak for someone, and it's another thing to just translate.
Yeah. You know, you're pretty smart for a goat.
Thanks.
You got more between those horns than a thick skull, you know.
Yeah, the thick skull comes in handy up here, though. A lot of animals try to get into the town. We sometimes we'll help take care of them. You know, scare them off a bit, have a tussle.
Yeah, you throw down?
Yeah, I scrap a bit.
Well.
Me and the rest, we can handle our own. But only when absolutely necessary. Otherwise, it's a pretty easy life. Not gonna complain.
We just need to get you back there.
Sure. I mean, it'd be nice to see the friends again.
I guess. Do you want that? Like, is that something that you want to do?
Well, I'd rather be in the big city, you know, living it up, all the comforts, the high life.
I get it. I do.
I can get my own house. I can get my own land. I can lay about. I can graze to my heart's content. Not gonna lie.
I
Sounds
have this
pretty nice.
sort of internal moment where I'm like, I could crush the dreams of this goat where they stand. I can let them know that big city living isn't all it's cracked up to be. But instead, I just say, look at those mob cats. You think they want to live in the big city, get an apartment together, go on wacky hijinks and steal stuff from local vendors, just so that they can have a couple breadsticks or apples?
I mean, I think they'll take everything they can get. They look pretty motivated. I think you put them in the right kind of situation, and they'll show you what they're made of.
You know, I guess when you live a life like a goat, you have to call them as you see them, right? Because you see the potentials in things. You got big ideas for yourself. You see the potential in other animals, other people. It's admirable. It's a good trait. It's something that us two-legged folk lose sight of sometimes, you know? We're so wrapped up in our own fears or thoughts that we might not be worth it that we lose the ability to hope. Sometimes.
Yeah, y'all can be kind of dense.
Yeah, and we don't have the thick skull to back it up.
Ain't that the truth?
I just give a little knock on my forehead.
He gives you the gentlest nudge that he can, but it's still, like, it causes you to stumble back a little bit.
Take 4 bludgeoning damage.
He's gentle with it, but
I know. I'm just kidding.
his head's about the size of you.
That's a big goat.
Is a big goat. And
So beyond
as you ponder
using
as you ponder the size of this goat and its immensity compared to any other goat that you've ever known in your entire life, you hear the shuffling footsteps from the thicker parts of the forest heading towards you, and you see emerge a hulking, massive, furry form, at least twice the width and length of Wayne. That is a very, very large bear.
Holy shit. Does it seem aggressive?
It is currently just coming into your view from the edge of the clearing around these ruins that you're in, but it is heading in your direction. The moth cats scatter.
Good.
Wayne is going to position himself in between you and the bear in a reflexive kind of manner.
We should just tuck ourselves away. It might be hard for you to find something to hide behind, but if we confront this thing, it's not going to leave us alone.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
All right.
Don't know where we're going to hide, though. I mean, you could probably hide just fine. I'm going to be a little harder to be sneaky.
I mean, you can just get up high somewhere, right?
You think a goat climbs trees?
I think a goat climbs. I guess I don't know. Are there any variation in terrain besides trees here?
There's some like moderate snow-drifted hills, and a few of the ruined walls. You might be able to duck. He might, if he lays down, he should be able to, hide enough.
I say maybe not on top, but what about below? Can you tuck behind one of these walls with me?
He's already making his way towards it.
I grab my hive and I just quickly move that direction as well.
All right, go ahead and roll a stealth check.
Absolutely. First roll. Off my table. 17.
Nice. The bear shuffles past. It was initially startled by the moth cats as they scattered away. But after realizing that they're no longer in the immediate vicinity, or they've gone to hide literally anywhere, most of them are up in the trees. It starts heading towards the hidden or slightly hidden entryway that's in behind the bush that you saw your compatriots enter about 10, maybe 15 minutes prior.
So it's heading in basically where I don't think it's smart for me to let it go in there and surprise them without any backup. I say that to the goat. I'm trying to gauge like how he feels about being, the plan or being left out here alone.
All right, little man. Tell you what. You do what you feel you got to do. I'm not messing with the bear.
Yeah, no, I can't say I blame you. Hey, listen, if those moth cats,
Look, it would be a different story if we were back in Hellchell, me and the rest of the group. We could probably handle this. But it's just me out here, and no offense, you're very small.
Yeah, but I got big aspirations too. And I grab my pack and my mace, and I make in behind the bear so that I will not be far once it runs into the rest of our party.
You make a dash to get to the bear.
So you said that it is entering the ruins that the rest of the party is exploring, correct?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And
yeah,
while you were around that area and looking at all of the things, you'd noticed that you'd found that there's like an entryway that goes underneath, that kind of almost like a tunnel that leads into a subterranean chamber below where the ruins sit. And you see the bear heading for the very hole that you saw the rest of the group go in just a little bit ago.
So my goal is to be trailing the bear by like 50 feet. And hopefully I'm small enough where I can continue to stealth and it not notice me.
Okay. So you follow it down into the hole?
Yeah, I'm trying to trail behind it.
Okay. There are no light sources. It is very dark.
I should have dark vision, no? Do I not? Am I one of the only races that does not?
Probably.
He's a gnome. Gnomes have dark vision, I think.
Or deep gnomes do.
Huh?
Deep gnomes and dwarves do. Some dwarves.
True.
No, I have dark vision.
Okay. So you're able to make out it's a fairly wide hall. The stench that comes out is unbearable. It is awful. I had to bring it back. After about about 50
I'm used
feet.
to soot. I'm used to soot and sulfur. I think I'll be okay.
This is wet, like damp fur, stale, rotted and decayed bits of meat, latrine, feces. It's pretty bad. It's pungent.
Yeah.
It stings the nostrils. Make a perception check.
Sure thing, buckaroo. That is a dirty 20.
The smell permeates deep into your nasal cavity, and in order to kind of like get your bearings, you take a moment, kind of brace yourself, and listen as intently as you can for any kind of commotion or signs of struggle. You hear the shuffling of the bear, some like soft crackling as it settles itself down to take a nap, and in like a very distant echo, as if hallways and chambers separate you from the origin of this sound, you do hear some like whoops and chattering, and you recognize the voices as the rest of the party. It seems that there's more underground than you had thought.
I swallow my pride and I keep on marching on. If that means that my party is engaged with something else, by the time that the bear gets to them, it's going to be very bad. Their resources will be depleted, and I will be the only one at full capacity. So this is my hero moment. At least that's what I'm thinking in my head.
Absolutely. What do you do?
I continue to follow. Are you saying that is it off to another subsect tunnel, or am I continuing to follow the bear into the east chamber?
The hallway leads. It's a singular tunnel that leads down. Mm-hmm. And when you get to where you hear the bear shuffling around, you do notice that there are a couple of other like pathways or other offshoot tunnels that go to different locations.
Cool. So the bear went one way. The sound of the party is coming from a different tunnel.
Yes. Correct.
Cool. I am going to go meet up with the party so that I can either A, help them out with whatever is going on, and B, inform them of a massive bear that we need to sneak away from once they're done with whatever this is.
Absolutely. It takes you a couple minutes. You listen for their voices. You try to source out the direction. You head through a large chamber that is covered in just a mess of sticky goo and the remnants of some kind of decayed creature. You push through that and come out through the other side into another chamber similar to the one you'd seen before, but you see light. You hear the rest of the group. You see a dead body of a giant on the floor, and you see Zaith counting out coins. You see Berric and Picus inspecting some strange-looking jug with many, many spouts on it. And Amrix is still rooting through the contents of several adventuring packs, trying to piece together some more tools and things, accessories that you might need.
Well, it looks like you all had a lot of fun.
You wouldn't believe what was down here. I can't even believe it was down here. But look at all this stuff we found.
There's a lot of stuff. You won't believe what followed you down here after a little while.
What's that?
I'm gonna roll an insight.
That's an excellent question.
22 insight. Could I figure out, knowing where we are, knowing what we came in?
Oh, you're sussed out,
Right.
yeah.
I'm gonna look at.
It's been in the back of Berric's mind the whole time, except for a brief moment when you were in the middle of fighting.
I'm gonna go. Was it a bear? Was it the bear? I've been wondering about the bear this whole time.
Yeah, it was the bear. I was gonna do this whole bit, but yeah, it's the bear, guys. We just gotta be real careful, okay?
Well, there was another way out than the way we came.
Yeah.
Right.
Visual aids.
Visual aids. I love a visual aid.
I think there's two ways out.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
Whee. So yeah, I'll be like, well, I mean, we don't have to go back out that way. We can go. There's like one or two other ways to get out that were. I was expecting to find a bear down here, and I was sorely mistaken.
You're gonna run away from the bear, are you?
I mean, we did just fight an undead beholder.
What?
Oh,
Yeah,
that.
like,
Yahtzee.
eh. So, like, maybe. I mean, Zaith almost died.
It shot me in the chest.
Almost is the key word.
It took her down to 3 hit points.
Also, if you
She's
really want the bear, I
fine.
guess Icafan says it's right over there.
I mean, what do we get out of fighting the bear? Besides, I mean, it is a cool story.
I'm just saying.
Don't you think
You fight everything. I'm just asking.
I'm standing next to Picus. What?
an undead beholder is pretty cool?
No, absolutely. But like,
That just sounds like you're putting two words next to each other. Like, that doesn't sound...
Doesn't sound real.
That's not real. You're lying.
well, I would show you, but it exploded.
Very convenient.
Do you not see the goo?
It's mostly on Berric.
It's mostly
Yeah,
on him.
yeah,
Yeah,
Berric-
you could have
Berric
fought
is
a slime.
covered.
it's either way.
It looks like a giant boil on a boil. On another
with
boil.
multiple eyes.
With eyes.
And sharp.
It was disgusting.
It bit Amrix. Show him.
Where did he bite me?
It bit you on the neck.
Yeah.
See?
Sunk
Right
right
there.
in
Oh,
your
I didn't
shoulder.
realize that.
Right there.
I think you're gonna need a tetanus.
So, we could all, try
I
to
get-
sneak our way out the way that we came in. We could take the other entrance and sneak out the back way. Or we could have Berric become Berric the Bear Killer.
I'm okay.
I'm gonna-
I'll go with the group, but
Are you-
again, I'm a little disappointed that
I'm gonna look at the rest of the party and go, that does have a ring to it.
So you're wanting
It's
to
all the
fight the bear?
branding.
Zaith's just,
course
like,
he wants
rolling
to
up
fight the bear.
scrolls.
No, not Berric. Icafan.
Oh, I don't. I just know Berric does.
Well, when you
and I came
call
up with
him,
Berric the Bear Killer on the
when
way down here, I really wanted to use it.
well, saying it out loud ensures that we're gonna go
Fight the bear.
the
We're gonna
wrong
go fight
way.
the bear.
We can just let Berric fight it.
Oh, that's true.
I mean,
He could be Berric the Bear Killed.
And you could become Icafan the bear bait.
Here, berry, berry.
No ring to it, no pizzazz.
It doesn't matter. You got my point. It hasn't done anything to us. We are in its house.
Not yet.
But Berric the Bear Killer does sound really cool.
No, I agree. It hasn't done anything to us, and we are in its home. And
And
keeping in
sneaking-
accordance to the laws of nature, that's a pretty gross thing to do.
Sneaking past it, not gonna happen. You cannot expect me to pass a dexterity check.
I'm gonna go back to my moth cats, and I walk out.
Oh,
You know where you're going?
Pegasus, they scattered when the bear came. You might need to go collect.
I start running.
Okay.
What
Do you know
direction?
which way are you going? There's like...
So you're
Away
you're-
from the
you're
way
in
we
there,
came.
and you know if you go up through that passageway, it'll bring you back out. You can see that the passageway starts to ascend.
Yeah, I go away from the way we came.
Got it.
Um,
Pike is just.
okay.
I've got some trouble.
Well, she's going to play with the kitty cats, moth cats. What you doing there, bear killer?
Ultimately, it's not worth it.
You want
It
to
did-
you want to train it?
It
Can
didn't
you
do
train a
anything
bear?
wrong. I'm not risking that again.
Why not?
I am an idiot, but I am fully aware that were so many different ways that could have gone wrong.
And I want that on record. No,
I
This is growth, truly.
I mean, if I wanted to do a animal handling, I just rolled unnatural 20 or 19.
this did
sorry.
not prove good for me in the one shot, but odds are evens.
Okay.
I don't have to fight the bear.
So are we leaving there,
We're
Berric?
leaving.
All right.
So with that animal handling, you handle Berric.
That's
A little
fine.
bit, and he's like, yeah, come on. Come on. It's okay. You don't need it.
But if it comes after us,
That's a different story.
if it comes after us,
you get a coat, a bear
It's on
coat.
site.
we all get a coat.
Yeah, I just want the bear claw. I love bear claws.
You know, you take about two,
Hey!
they get them stuck.
They're my
Wow,
favorite.
right
to do
here.
it.
Thank you. You're welcome. I'm here all week.
All right, let's go. I'm gonna follow Pike.
All right, I wrap up my
Picus.
search and destroy, and then follow Berric,
Okay.
the bear killer.
Who's carrying the
Oh yeah, the
jug?
hooch.
Is it heavy?
No.
No.
Say
Okay.
It's like
carry
it's like
it
a,
then.
it's
Okay.
like yeah, it
That's it.
weighs
That's
a few pounds.
It's a what, apothecary jug?
Alchemy jug.
Alchemy jug.
Alchemy jug. Yeah.
Mhm.
Have we activated it yet?
No.
Not yet.
Okay. I
Why?
won't
It-
spoil the fun.
It has been identified though.
That's great. I'm so glad.
Officially identified. So there's that. But
I too put an alchemy jug into all of my games. I understand.
they're great. They're super useful or not.
We all know what's gonna happen to it. Like we don't have to be coy.
No.
I don't know what that's going to
Pure-
happen.
I don't either. I'm
Pure
completely
chaos,
lost,
and I'm in for it.
but I normally am. So
Y'all have fun with it. It's your toy.
I'm gonna take off running behind Picus.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're all exiting the cavern.
Absolutely. Pike
Not,
is
not
is-
quietly either. Like
Sure, that's fine.
Clank, 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 clank,
Yeah.
clank.
As soon as you
clippy clop.
reach into the surface above the snow, and start scattering around, like what are you doing?
I'm frantically searching for moth cats.
Go ahead and make an investigation check.
I'm gonna help.
Sure.
Oh, nat 20.
Nice.
Would you roll?
Natural 20.
Oh well, never mind. I'm not helping.
Vegas just bursts up out of the snow. He goes, "My babies!" And you see like some of them kind of like flitter down from the trees. A couple of them pop up and out of snow drifts, and just like full Disney princess style. They kind of like all flock and huddle around and start like crawling up and over you. And
I'm picturing Ace Ventura when he closes the apartment door. And, "Come to me, my jungle friends," and they all
just poof. Yeah.
Moth
Just
cats.
full swarm. Yeah.
My
I'm gonna try to find
babies.
Wayne.
It's easy enough to find Wayne
Screaming goat.
once Pike has made herself known. You see his head pop up from behind one of the walls.
I'm glad you're okay too.
Party on, Wayne.
You're getting into chewing territory there. So, can I see the bear tracks?
Yes.
I would like to follow them back to see where he came from. Not into the tunnel. We know where he is.
Sorry, I was
Yeah.
confused for a second.
Yeah.
Reverse track.
Reverse track.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, I want to track where he went.
Make a survival check.
Survival.
Yeah.
If it has to do with tracking, I have
You have advantage.
advantage. Yeah. Labyrinthine recall gives me advantage on tracking.
Inside things though, right? Just flat out.
I'll look it up just to double check.
All right.
It's not. I can track animals.
This is also true.
It's kind of
It-
one of the things I do.
It's one of the.
Yeah, it is. It is very easy to see initially as you start to inspect those tracks that they do lead into the forest, kind of like off to the east.
Not the way we're going, though.
Okay. I just wanted to see.
Yeah, not in the direction. It's almost like it intersects.
Yeah.
I wanted to see where he came from. Maybe he came from a nice session of, like, I don't know, eating everybody in an orphanage, and then he deserved to die. And then, like, Berric the bear killer.
Right.
I rolled a
Eric the bear killer kills Bear the orphan
22.
killer.
22.
The orphan bear killer.
Bear the orphan killer, yeah.
There it is. Yeah, while the rest of the group is kind of like gathering themselves and making sure all the new stuff you have is packed. Yeah, you get about 10 minutes. You can kind of follow it into the forest a little ways. After that, the tracks start to kind of like mix and mingle and meld with other things. It looks like he was kind of like rooting around for stuff, maybe foraging. Could be a scuffle. It's kind of hard to tell.
Okay.
Yeah. He's
He does not
going
deserve
out,
to die,
probably,
so he should
probably
live.
getting a snack, just being a bear.
Yep.
So it didn't kill any orphans in the middle of the dance scene.
No,
It's a hard knock
no,
life for us.
You see the burned down remnants of an orphanage.
Ah, Miss Hannigan.
How did he like the fire?
That's the real question.
All right, that's fine. I'd like to go back to the party, and
Yep.
then we can continue on our way to Elkshire.
And let's hope the bear didn't come out of the cave. I mean, even when he was taking a nap.
He was
hopefully
sleeping.
And then
Hopefully it was a.
Don't.
had a snack. Now it's time for a nap.
Yeah.
post-snack nap.
No orphans, though.
No. Allegedly.
Allegedly.
Okay, as you all gather up your things, you pack up all of your newfound treasures and bits and baubles. You begin to head northward onto Hellchel. Zaith has decided to climb up on top of Wayne so that she can continue poring over some of these nifty scrolls and pieces of parchment that she's come across, and just says, like, don't bother talking to me. I have some fascinating reading to do.
Nerd.
Let's see if I help you out with my nerd stuff.
Yeah, jeez.
We all appreciate the nerd stuff.
So yeah, onward we go.
Heading up. The air, the wind is not as sharp while you're still within the buffering of these trees that seem to kind of almost line this path road. It's not like paved or anything. It's just kind of a clear cut path that's been here for who knows how long.
Centuries.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do a group. Let's see, navigation, traveling through the day. Just everybody roll a d20. Just a straight flat d20 roll.
So, is it a flat d20 or is it survival? Because that's normally what, like, navigating would be.
Navigation less so. This is just gonna see how the day goes.
8.
4.
6.
Am I adding anything to it? 11.
Hey.
I don't like 11 being our highest.
I was to say, we're screwed.
We all fall off of a
We all
cliff.
fall off a cliff. A tree falls on us.
The bear.
Rocks fall, everyone dies.
The end. Okay.
As the day approaches, let's see, like late afternoon, the winds start to kick up. Snow begins to fall, a little heavier, as the wind starts to batter all of you, as you are caught in a snowstorm, and you can push through it. It's not debilitating, but it is cold, and it's going to hamper some of your progress along the way. You're going to be moving a little slower. It doesn't last for too long, but by the time it does subside, you guys are exhausted. Let's see how the next day goes.
Roll again.
So we just pull off to the side of the road, huh? Today went better. Got a 16.
Nice.
I got a 14.
Next.
I fell off a cliff.
Damn it, Picus!
A 3.
Don't worry. We'll just
Well.
throw you on Wayne.
But the moth cats got distracted,
Wow!
and you had to go and
They unraveled my sweater.
What is Froglet on there here?
Oh!
I was gonna say, is that? I was gonna say, sound like what's her name? Chanling. What's her name? I can't think of her name. Never mind. Good story, Jeremy.
it's an easier day. The weather is a little more favorable, while still cold. You don't encounter any setbacks or anything like that on the way.
Except for Picus.
Except a little bit of a small distraction.
It's easy enough
Trips
to
and falls on her
gather them
face and
again.
gets snow up her nose.
Just having a day.
Uncomfortable.
Yeah. It's not a boat.
Goes down the neck of the coat. Can't get it out.
It's not a
Scarf's
boat.
wet.
Oh, wet and cold is the worst.
Cats are assholes.
You wanted to bring them.
But I love them.
I was gonna say you wanted them. You got them.
That's why I love them.
Mm-hmm.
They love you.
Are you making that up, or did they actually say that?
You'll never know.
Oh, yeah, is that right? I'm gonna roll perception. Is he lying? No, I'm just kidding.
They mostly seem favorable.
Ah, okay, fine. I'll allow it.
As the sun starts to get low in the sky, you're making your way through this more like narrow mountain pass portion. The trees have kind of thinned out a little bit more, and you see more of that familiar rocky outcropping up towards the north side of the pathway, and you see the soft glow of firelight in the near distance. You also see a towering mountain that just reaches up into the sky. You can see the twinkling of the gaw behind it. The bottom third of this mountain that you see before you seems to have little specks of faint light scattered all over it. Some a little more densely collected in certain areas, some a little more scattered out, but further up, like they fizzle by the time you get about halfway up the mountain, and you can look beyond that, and the top of this mountain is just a dark, towering behemoth in the sky.
I have a feeling that's where we're going.
The mountain?
That one. I feel like it's that one. There's...
Use your words, big guy.
It's a lot taller than the rest. And I'm going to roll an insight. 18 insight. The glowy
On the
specks.
Oh, on specs.
Yeah. The parts that are glowing. On whether those are the flowers that we're going after. Do they have a glow to them?
I would say make it an insight check.
That's what I did.
Or not an insight check, a nature check, sorry.
I also make a nature check on the flowers because they're
Absolutely.
17.
17. Icafan?
rolling. 21.
And at this distance, it's hard to tell. I mean, they look like it could be anything from flora to just some magical essence of the mountain itself.
I kind of draw. Look, if this is what I've been looking for, then we need to head there immediately. I can't afford to waste any more time on this. If this is the flower, I want everyone to remember. It grows in the corpses of those that have fallen on the mountain. So,
Right,
be
you've
careful.
mentioned that. So you don't want to wait till morning, you want to go now.
And have us be corpse on the mountains too. Okay,
I
that's good.
didn't say we'd be corpses on the mountain.
I'm just.
but
I am.
I mean,
I don't know if it will be there by you. That's my concern.
Well, we can head up there.
yeah, let's do it. No time like the present.
Well, now I'm in a position, right? Because I don't want to endanger everybody. I'm determined. You know.
What you're saying is you don't want us to die.
Oh, that's.
Yeah.
Well then, guys, Nobody's allowed to die.
No dying today! Huzzah!
We came here as a team to get
Your
this
flower.
flower. Let's go get the flower.
Let's get the flower and then have some ale. Let's get her done.
With the mountain to the north side of you, and the inviting firelight of the town of Hellchel just to the south of you, you push up the mountain base towards the scattered lights that you would see scattered about the base of this mountain.
Quick aside. Icafan, how many of these flowers do you need?
I think just the one.
Alright, well then I say we find the closest one. I'm having a streak of brilliance here. Find the closest one. Do what you need to do with it. And then we get the hell off this mountain.
That's a solid plan.
As much as it would be cool to be Berric the Mountain Slayer, make it all the way to the top. It's got a ring to it. Amric's the Mountain Slayer. Picus, the Mountain Slayer. Icafan, the Mountain Slayer.
I'm just missing the alliteration there. That's all.
Yeah,
It's cool.
literally and figuratively.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's find this flower and head home.
Ooh.
It doesn't take very long. Maybe 20 to 30 minutes heading up the side of this mountain. The incline hasn't gotten very steep yet. You do find a few small clusters of what appear to be these beautiful, pale, frosty white flowers.
Do they look like the ones from the book?
Yes, and they resemble the flower pin, the little brooch that the other giant lady that was wearing that you saw at
This
I think
seems
these are it.
easy.
I was gonna say, somebody died this quickly up the mountain?
You do see like some fallen parts of trees, and doesn't necessarily have to be a person there.
Oh, true.
Okay. Well, because if nothing else, I could use my divine sense and see if there's anything undead, celestial fiend within 60 feet.
Well, I mean, the point of the flowers is that everything is dead.
Well, I know, but they could be undead.
Then we'll re-dead them. We
Then
just
we'll
did
re-dead
it.
them.
We just did it 3 days ago.
Did you say this was a rare flower?
Almost as rare as
Rare in the realm. I don't know if it's widely considered to be incredibly rare here. It's the only place I've ever seen it grow.
You've been here before?
No, this is the first time I've ever seen it grow, and I'm here.
Oh. I guess I just thought this was going to be much more of a treacherous...
Are you wishing for bad things?
No!
No, it does almost feel easy, but I've been on the road for a long time. It's been a journey to get here.
Okay.
And
We were just popping in on the end.
I wouldn't have made it here without it. And that's true. That's real.
I'm gonna get
Thank
down, like, on one knee, put my hand on Icafan's back, and just go, well, it looks like your journey is about to be done.
I undo the straps on the hive, and for the first time, I fully open it, and in the center of the whole sort of construction, you see this big honeycomb that has a larva in it that looks like I don't know, roughly like cantaloupe in size. And it seems to be where most of the heat and the steam from the hive is emanating. And I buzz to the worker drones and tell them that the flower is here.
I get my shield ready just in case. I don't know. I got a bad feeling about this.
Bad feeling about flowers.
Who hurt you? Having a bad feeling about flowers. They're beautiful.
So, Icafan, when you tell the bees to come out and inspect the flower, how do they react? What do they do?
I was hoping you would tell me.
To this
I was hoping you would tell me, Mr. Dungeon Master.
I mean, I can. You want me to?
That I would. I set up the narrative of the flower, so it's I will pass that off to you to tell me how they react.
The bees hesitant at first as soon as you opened this because they're in very cold weather. They're not used to this climate, but the imperceptible to you but very noticeable scent of this flower to them sends them into a wild excitement as they pour out from the hive, swarming each small cluster of these flowers. There's maybe a dozen within like a 50-foot area from where you guys are, and you see them kind of like break off into little groups and just almost encapsulate each one of these flowers and writhe around. You can see them kind of like jumping up and over each other and each taking turns to gather pollen. And after just a few minutes, they all come back and return and pour back into your hive. And you see that the flowers that they had visited are a little bit duller in their glow, but still very much intact.
And as they return to the hive, you see them starting to build a more build onto that giant honeycomb in the center, and then the honey soot bees begin to produce a honey that sparkles with that glow and pump it into the central comb.
Ooh, sparkle honey.
I start crying.
What's that?
I start crying.
Oh, they're there, Icafan. It's beautiful.
I look at the goat, and I just say, my big city moment.
Ah!
Yeah.
As he does that, you hear in the distance.
More goats.
I'm climbing up the mountain. No.
Little
Really.
hee-hoo.
No, really.
High on the mountain. Sorry.
No sooner do you hear the rest of the goats as you feel a slight rumble in the ground as snow begins to trickle down a little bit towards you.
It's an avalanche.
And soon you hear the crack and the sliding of heavy sheets of snow and ice start rocketing down the side of the mountain towards you.
Son of a bitch, I told you.
I need everybody to make dexterity saves.
Son of a bitch and goddamn. God, friggin' digger attack.
You were worried about the flowers.
I didn't add a bad feeling about this stupid mountain we're on.
26.
6.
Frickin' 9.
13.
I'll just roll my damage now.
If that was a nat 20.
Yeah, no, it wasn't. I think it was 8.
What'd you roll, Icafan?
Dexterity save.
I had a 12. A 12.
Well,
I was big trying to get my hive in order. I did not have the time to properly prepare them.
Yeah, as you were trying to like latch everything back up and get it up onto your back, in the bustling commotion, Icafan, Berric, and Amrix, and Zaith all take 5 points bludgeoning damage, and 3 points cold damage. Picus take half of that, so 8 total. 3 points of bludgeoning, and 2 cold. And it starts to kind of like rush you down the mountain a little ways, and as you are being kind of like swept into this avalanche a little bit, you see sparks of arcane energy blast out towards you, and a wave of wind diverts the entirety of the avalanche off and back, like towards the path that you were on, and away from the town.
So
All right.
the avalanche,
Hmm?
or did we get pushed with it?
You get pushed with it.
So
You're kind of like in the process of being
right.
kind of carried off down the mountain towards the village, and this wind wall just pushes the whole thing off to the side as you're carried with this.
So we're so actively in an avalanche.
This all happens within
Seconds.
Yeah.
Okay. I want to. Berric is going to try to grab Icafan to prevent him from getting swept away further,
Sure.
and then try to find something to grab onto. A tree that hasn't been taken down, a rock.
It's easy enough to find something. There's a few trees. There's a couple of larger boulders, and some like rocky outcroppings that you can kind of like try and steer yourself towards a little bit, but you're able to gain some landing and settle yourselves and pull everybody up and out of the snow.
That was fun.
I was going to say the same thing.
So, are we ready to get back down to where it's warm and not?
Icafan, do you need anything else on this mountain?
I don't know. I think I'm okay. I think I've got everything.
Should we take a couple for the road?
A couple roadies?
No.
Okay.
No. That would not be right.
I want to climb the mountain so
We just almost got obliterated by an avalanche.
We took 8 damage, okay? Obliterated is a strong word.
Well, for somebody who doesn't have like 90 hit points, it's a
I
lot.
dropped it down
52.
at the base of a mountain, so it's not going to be too bad.
Well,
But-
shout from the top of a mountain.
Shouting's what got us in the problem to begin with. Wayne, love you, buddy.
He kind of shakes himself off,
Let's go to town.
kind of stomps a little bit towards the group, but more almost pointedly at Icafan. Almost like, hey. Stomps ground right in front of him. Puts his head up and just kind of starts trotting towards the town.
Are we gonna follow him?
I think he's going the same place we're going.
Okay.
Tally ho.
As we're walking towards town, Berric's just gonna keep up in the mountain. I wanna be the first person to make it to the top. The first half person to make it to the top.
The first cat.
On my 2 feet.
As you approach the edge of the village of chel, you see a rugged but well-made village hewn of thick wood and stone. Several raised but single-story structures, and a couple of taller, like tower buildings. One towards the north, one towards the south, and you can see the lights are warm and inviting, flickering hearth light coming out through the windows of almost every single one of the buildings, with the exception of two that are off to the off towards the east side of town. Welcome to Hellchel.
Welcome to hell. Welcome to hell.
I like the sound of the eating house.
What I will say is I do know one other thing about Hellchel from when I was looking for information on the flower, and that is that it is well known for its goat milk truffles.
There's a goat house. Wayne.
Wayne is several paces ahead of you on his strutty walk, and he is making a straight line to the goat house. As you enter the main spaces here in the town, walking in between the structures, you see several giants walking around. A couple of them give you a bit of a nod. They see the goat, and then they see the rest of you lot. They seem a little bit taken aback, but like not offended or anything. Just kind of like, interesting.
Yeah, that's our goat. We're with
It's
him.
not our goat.
Well, that's what I mean. We're with him. He knows where he's going. So, who wants to go to the eating house?
Me.
I could use some food.
Do we have to check in anywhere, or is this?
Yeah, I'm just gonna walk up to the first person that I see.
Yeah, very easily. The first person you see is also coming straight towards the rest of your group.
Yes. Fantastic.
Just this kind of scruffy farmer-looking guy. His clothes are mucky, if that's a way to describe him.
Yes.
As he strides towards you, he's like, "Hey, where you been? You fucking dope."
He was all the way up in Theod.
Theod! You made it to Theod? Wayne just gives him like a little side headbutt. And then as he walks past, a little hip check.
He's
Then
a
he
well-traveled.
continues to strut into the goat house.
He is a well-traveled goat.
I'm gonna look at the farm and be like, he's a bit of a dick.
Yes.
Yeah, he is. No, I appreciate you hoping him find his way back here. Hope he wasn't too much trouble for you. My name's Nagion.
Oh, jeez.
I'll reach out and shake his hand.
There you go.
I assure you he was unexpectedly pleasant company, at least for me.
For those of us that could understand him.
Yeah, it's a bit loud.
He's the quiet one.
Screams a lot.
Oh my gods.
Yeah,
Used
it's
to that
late
screaming?
now, so they got a little startled there for a minute, but you should be okay until, well, at least morning.
Yeah, I mean, they caused an avalanche.
They do that.
Yeah, we were there.
We were there.
We were up
Oh,
there.
in okay.
Yeah, we were in it.
It's
That was
fine.
it. Yeah,
It's fine.
no worries.
Yeah. Well, no. Please, come on in. We'll get you all some food and find you a bed and
Food.
get you. Great. Yeah.
Is your town protected?
Yeah. We've got some outposts here. You see the towers are for the shielders. They aren't locals. They come up here from Glam. They usually keep to themselves. It's where they stay, but they help to keep us from, avalanches.
Ah,
Huh, so they dealt with the avalanche.
Most likely.
They're magical.
Very.
What are they?
The frost giants.
Oh,
You know,
frost giants.
they're trained specifically to deal with the elements of snow and ice and air and manipulate it. And it's I don't mess with none of that. Man of the land. You
Are
know?
they hired?
Are they hired?
Mm-hmm.
No, they're appointed here. This is their post. Blam sends them here periodically. They have their shifts.
Cool.
So you'll probably run into some of them here. They just kind of keep to themselves most of the time.
So, food. We were talking about food.
Yeah. And this is all happening as you're being
Walking
led
over,
into the eating house.
Music. I love that it's
To
called
my
the
ears.
Eating House.
Oh, yeah.
I can only eat jerky for so long.
Well, you don't have to worry about that here. We've got all kinds of good stuff. I mean, the menu's not very diverse.
Probably goat.
Makes
Good.
sense.
Well, you'll see. Come on in. Have a table. He leads you up the stairs onto this like risen patio, and you enter the house. It's fairly empty because it's as late as it is. It's after dinner time. You see maybe like two other giants kind of hanging out, just drinking, chatting off to the side. You're able to find a table and sit down. He says, if you need a place to stay for the night, we could probably figure something out. You don't get a lot of travelers coming through, but yeah, we'll deal with food first.
Thank you.
For sure.
Much appreciated.
I'll go see if they still got anything in the kitchen.
No, they might not have mutton.
As he leaves, I turn and ask you guys, is it weird that Glam would send frost giants up here to protect the town and have them not do lighting of the beacons and everything? Or is that just...
I mean, I don't understand what part that you think is weird. The fact that they're sending frost giants, or the fact that they're sending anybody?
Well, no, if Glom is sending protection, we'll use that word, why wouldn't they just have them do the mission that we're on, lighting all the beacons? Because that's
I mean, because they have a duty to do here. I don't know.
I'm just asking. Yes, somebody did hurt me when I was little. It's a backstory I don't care to share right now. But yeah, I'm skeptical of lots of things, and that don't sit right.
Well, I mean, while we're here, we can figure it out. But
We
for
can
now, I
try.
just want to eat.
After a few minutes goes by, kind of younger-looking giant lady comes out, and she's like this like messy tousled hair. Looks like she was already kind of off shift. She was on break, early break, but seems fine enough. And says, "Hey, how's it going?"
Good.
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 That's fine.
So we don't have, a lot to offer, but I can make you up a plate of whatever we got left in the back.
Anything? We have been on the road for far, far too long.
Perfect.
And anything that you bring us would be absolutely perfect. Could I have a glass of ale, please?
Absolutely.
Thank you.
I'll grab you a few ales, and 5 plates. Yeah. Okay.
I'm very hungry. Maybe make it 6.
Right on. She walks into the kitchen. You hear, here we go. All right, just throw on whatever we got. Just make 6 plates of something.
makes
You
his
should
plate
like
of
months. She comes back out, and it's food. It's like camp food. It's just there's just a plate. There's maybe it's potatoes, some kind of mashed root vegetable, and everything is covered in gravy.
Yes, I love gravy. Hearty.
Yeah, but it's good food. Hot food.
Berric just has gravy, just
All in your...
literally. I've picked up both plates and just like
Brings y'all to Hellchild.
a gulp.
Might know him. His name's Wayne. Loud, screamy,
Yeah.
bit of a dick.
Yep. Sounds like Wayne.
Him. We brought him from Field, and we stopped up on the mountain, and then we got caught in an avalanche. And I mean, if I'm being perfectly honest, I can't even remember much between Field and now, but we're here now.
As soon as you mention the she kind of like blushes a little bit.
You were in Las Vegas before you came here? Oh my.
Whoa. It's a different flavor of place.
Interesting. It was
Sure.
interesting.
Yeah, I've heard stories.
That was great. I loved it.
Good for you.
I might need a second house. I would have to buy a first house first. Well,
But
Guys.
as soon as you get the income for one,
we
the
should
second one's going right there.
buy a house.
Negatory.
Here?
No.
We should buy a boat.
We should buy a boat. No. No boats either.
Oh, Corky Romano.
Yeah, no. We are excited to be in a much more relaxing environment. We'll use that terminology.
Picus, given your expertise on the subject, Thead might be a great place to expand.
I thought you were retired.
Well, I was forcibly retired.
Forcibly retired. So are you looking to unretire?
Well, I've been getting pretty good at my short bow.
Yeah,
No,
so-
you have. It's been great. When you threw that javelin and it stood in the thing's eyes, it was amazing.
It's pretty rad.
And then it exploded,
All over you.
and it almost killed her.
I mean, details, minor details, but nobody died except the thing that needed to die. So
Yeah, the undead beholder.
then, yeah, I mean, let's not scare her.
I mean, I feel like my sneakiness and stealthiness and short bow wieldedness can be helpful.
When you say short bow wieldiness, Berric's gonna be like, that sounds right.
But so can your ingenuity and your charm and your smarts. You have a lot more to offer than just your skills in combat, although they are quite formidable.
You are very sneaky. Stealthily.
Thanks, guys.
Showering each other with compliments.
You're here to pike us.
I've never noticed, but the color of your hair reminds me of the color
Oh, stop.
of a friend that I had back in Faug. And she was just an absolute stunner.
Well, back in my day,
How old are you?
I was known to stun a few bows.
Oh, Lord.
Oh,
No, you're all cut off.
yeah.
You,
I've had one
you're
drink.
telling me that you used to stun a few bows and now you're pulling on the bowstring?
Gotta say, yeah. Pun intended.
After you've had a chance to enjoy a hot meal, catch your breath, take in the cozy, but for as big of a space as this is, it feels like a hug. There's just like knickknacks and pots and pans and stuff all over the walls. There's like little drawings that are kind of like tacked up to things. You get a chance to actually like look around.
It's like the
very like homey place.
It's the giant version of Cracker Barrel.
Kind of, but like not horny.
No, yeah, I got you.
Don't you dare talk about Cracker Barrel that way.
After you're done eating, lady walks in and introduces herself. She says, "Wonderful to have you here. I'm Elenine. I'm the governor here at chel. I was told that a group of people arrived and brought us a goat back. So thank you for that. I really appreciate it. Seems like it's late, so if we're gonna get you set up in some rooms, I can get that squared away for you. It might be a little small, but
Not for me.
You're all a little smaller, so I think it'll work out. I think it'll be fine. We've got plenty of blankets and pillows. Is there anything else anyone needs?
You could probably slap a giant pillow on the floor, and that would be a whole bed for me.
Sure. Well, we've got plenty of pillows, and we'll make it nice and comfy for you.
I love the hospitality.
Yes,
Yeah,
thank you very much.
It's very
Very
nice
kind.
touch.
Oh, she's pretty.
She is striking, I might add.
She brings you over to the meeting house, where they have an area that's kind of like off to the side, almost for like more private meetings. But since it's the nighttime, it's fine. We can set you up in here. I'll let you know. I mean, you've traveled with Wayne, so you know that he gets a little rambunctious in the morning, and
Do they
all will do that.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
We don't need a wake-up call is what you're saying.
yeah, it's a sunrise thing. They'll let you know.
Perfect.
So I don't want you to be startled when it happens.
Yeah, we'll be fine.
Basically.
Thank you, though. Thanks for the conference room at the holiday.
Can I
Inn.
cast silence on the room?
No.
Berric, the instant he sees bed, is doing something that he never does. He's doffing his armor,
Oof.
and he is laying down.
Are you like, now I'm going to ask a serious question. I'm not trying to be like funny or anything. Are you doing like the cow thing where, they kind of roll, kind of pace around and, kind of make sure in the blanket and get all comfy? I'm just asking.
Are you done?
Yes. I mean, I could go on if you want.
Armor off, walk up to the bed, and then just
There's no bed. I mean, it's
walk up to the cushioned area.
best you can say that there's like a cot, but it's mostly just piles of various like furs and blankets and quilts and pillows that are just accumulated and placed for you in this little like side room.
Yeah, we're like in the conference room. We're in the Escalade room of the Holiday Inn, not the full banquet room.
I'm gonna find the largest
It's more like a
pile.
storage room.
room. Yeah.
The largest pile of furs
It's
and
fine.
slash pillows and blankets, and just out to it.
Fantastic. As you cozy yourselves in, having made it to chel, you'll all get your long rest and leveled up.
Yeah.
And that's what we're going to end for tonight. Thank you all so much for being back and playing, and I'm looking forward to many, many more fun sessions this year. We've still got a ways to go. Woo!
Woo.
Thank you for watching, and we will see you all next time.
Peace.